Rimuru, the eighth deadly sin. Wolf sin of deception by WGS564. The Basil Fighting Festival. Meliodas. The new generation. What's that? King. Apparently, there have been a few failed apprentices who have found a way to gain the full powers of a holy knight in the space of only one day. Gilla, for instance. She is the latest apprentice who's grown stronger overnight. Doesn't really seem right, does it? Meliodas. She was. Rimuru. I'll admit her power did resemble one I've encountered, but she's not all that special. In any case, there's a more pressing issue to address. King. Agreed. Let's back up a minute. You took the sacred treasure that was bestowed upon you by King Leones himself, and sold it. Meliodas. I needed seed money for the tavern. Rimuru. Ever hear of something called odd jobs? King. Yours was stolen. Ban. When they threw my butt into that prison. Rimuru. You could have at least stashed it somewhere. Diane. Am I a bad girl? King. If it got misplaced, then it's not your fault. Rimuru. I beg to differ, but what the hell do I know? Rimuru said as he rolled his eyes. Hawk. Hey, I don't understand why you're getting so upset, King. These guys do pretty well with what they've got. Rimuru. Unless they're facing little girls, apparently. Meliodas, Ban, and Diane, he's never gonna let us forget this one. Rimuru and King explained that the sacred treasures aren't just powerful weapons, they're specifically crafted to match the abilities of each sin. They draw out a person's full strength, allowing them to fight at their maximum potential. Without them, even the strongest warriors are holding back, like trying to fly with clipped wings. They mentioned how each treasure is tied to its wielder's unique magic, enhancing it in ways ordinary weapons never could. That's why recovering them is so important, not just for strength, but because the battles ahead will demand everything they've got. To protect what matters, the sins need to be whole again. Rimuru. To sum it up, with a sacred treasure, it allows you to fight at your true potential without having to limit the amount of power you can output. Meliodas. Sacred treasures are pretty awesome. Hawk. That makes a lot of sense. Why the hell did you give yours up, hamhead? King. In any case, we're gonna have to get your sacred treasures back. Assuming you're serious about saving the realm. Rimuru. Even if you aren't, you better find them, because I'll be damned if King and I have to do all the heavy lifting while you all waste time with small fry. Meliodas. So mean. Elizabeth. Excuse me. But Sir King, before you joined us, were you working with somebody inside the castle? King. More or less. Elizabeth. Do you know what happened to them? My father and two sisters, the king and the other two princesses. King. I'm afraid not, sorry about that. Elizabeth. Oh, I see. Later, everyone turned in for the night before arriving in a town of interest called Basil. Meliodas. It's a merchant town. Hawk. You think it's really here? Meliodas. Not too long ago, one of our customers said a hammer was brought in that was so big nobody could wield it, don't you remember? Elizabeth. So nobody could handle it. King. It could be Diane's. Rimuru. Well then, it's definitely worth checking out. Ban. Ah, the hell with that. We got to do something about my clothes. Rimuru. You got pants. And if you weren't so sloppy, they never would have been torn off you. Ban. This is already getting old. Meliodas. Just cover your six-pack with an apron. Diane. That's not important now. Everyone was in the air due to the impact of Diane hitting the ground. Diane. Why do I have to stay and mind the bar? Meliodas. Look, Diane. Ever since a giant went wild at their festival a few years ago, they've all been banned from town. Rimuru. Well, that's just racist. Regardless, we'll come right back as soon as we check it out. Diane. It's gonna be boring. She whined. Rimuru. Geez, what are you, a child? Elizabeth. You know, I think I'll stay behind too. Diane. What, really? Elizabeth. Sure, it'll be nice to have a little girl time for a change. Diane. Yeah, just us girls. Meliodas. Okay, let's hit it. Rimuru. Look after each other and stay safe, you too. Meliodas, Rimuru, King, and Ban made their way into town. Ban. Captain, do we really have to look through all this stuff? King. You're really wearing an apron. Meliodas. Let's go find an arms vendor. Rimuru. Not necessary, I already sense it. It's behind that giant rock on the edge of town. True to Rimuru's word, they found it. Meliodas. Look, it's Diane's Gideon. It was here all this time. Rimuru. Now to get it back. Lovehelm. Alright, it's time to begin the annual Basil fighting festival now. Said a tiny man with a helm over his eyes. Use of weapons is strictly forbidden. Men who let their fists do the talking should hurry and sign up right away. The winner's gonna get 100 gold coins. But that's not all, you'll also take home this giant's warhammer. King. What a barbaric gathering. Right, Captain. Ban. We're gonna put our names in, aren't we? Meliodas. Let's see who's got what it takes. King. Honestly, can you believe those two, Rimuru? King looked to where Rimuru was standing, only to see he was gone. King. Rimuru. Rimuru had already signed up. King. Rimuru. 100 gold coins is nothing to scoff at, and if all we gotta do is beat a couple of punks to get Diane's hammer back, then it saves us the trouble. Besides, I could use an opportunity to blow off steam. Meliodas. Enough said then. Meliodas grabbed King by his hoodie. Meliodas. Hey, you can count us in. King. You can count me out. A relatively large and buff bald man grabbed Meliodas by his collar and held him in the air. Tezu. This ain't a festival for little kids. Get out of here. Meliodas. Sorry, I don't see what the problem is. A man with blonde hair grabbed Tezu's arm to stop him. Hauser. Hey there, friend. This is a festival, okay. Just relax. Tezu. Who do you? You know that my name is Tezu, right? I've been the winner of this festival for years in a row. He said before walking off. Hauser. Okay, then. Man, my job has gotten in the way every year until now. Yeah, my dream of fighting here is coming true at last. So let's do this, you guys. King. I've seen him somewhere before. Rimuru. Must be a holy night. Later, everyone gathered on top of the rock for the elimination round. Love Helm. The fighting festival elimination round will now begin. Fighters into the ring. Meliodas, Rimuru, Ban, and King stepped into the ring, rather excited, except for King, of course. King. Man, I wish I'd stayed behind with Diane. Rimuru. Quit whining, this should be fun. Meliodas. Now, let's get ready to take Diane's sacred treasure back. Love Helm. First up is the elimination round. The ref will be yours truly, Love Helm. The rules of this round are extremely simple. Knock your opponent out of this ring. Throwing them out is fine, pushing too. Or send them flying. As long as it's barehanded, the 8 contenders who are still standing will move on to the finals. Now then, let the brawling begin. Meliodas had tossed out a man already for making the mistake of underestimating him and believing he was a kid. Ban yawned. Ban. This is so boring. He said as he nonchalantly dodged men trying to hit him while countering them. Rimuru stood around, occasionally pushing contestants out of the ring. It was like he was playing marbles with them. Rimuru. Hopefully, after we clean out the small fry, things will get interesting. Meliodas. Hey, make sure you two pull your punches with these guys. Ban. Yeah, obviously. This festival wouldn't be much fun if we killed everyone here. Not sure if the vice captain got the memo. Rimuru. I did. They'll live. Ban saw a man wearing a red leather jacket and immediately ran to him. King. Hey, come on, you two are totally having fun here. Rimuru. I mean, what's not to enjoy? Besides. Rimuru put an arm around King's shoulder as he spoke more quietly to him. Rimuru. I'm sure you can imagine the look on Diane's face when she sees you brought her sacred treasure back to her. King. First place is mine, he said in his human form. Meliodas. Alright, that's the spirit. A woman was brought to their attention and how she took over 10 men out of the ring all at once. Meliodas. She's doing pretty good, huh? Ban. It's kinda scary. I bet she's not getting a lot of dates. Rimuru. I don't know, some guys are into that. Rimuru and Meliodas noticed Ban was wearing a new red leather jacket. Meliodas. Hey, where'd you get that jacket? Rimuru. Do we even need to ask? It didn't take long before only 7 fighters were left in the ring. Rimuru. I kinda feel bad for everyone else, it's unfair that everyone left has magic. Meliodas. Everyone. Rimuru. Yep, that girl in the cloak, those 2 buff young guys, even that drunk old man. Wait, where's King? The audience pointed out how King technically hadn't been knocked out of the ring since he can float, though they found it unfair and wanted him out. Love Helm. Well, I admit that it's unfair, but he's not using any weapons. I'll allow it. Ban. Oh, aren't you lucky? Play dirty and still won. Meliodas. Yeah, way to cheat. Meliodas said with a thumbs up. King, do you really think it's cheating? Rimuru. No rules against it, so technically you weren't, and that's the best kind of cheating using technicalities and gray areas. Very clever, I should be taking notes. King didn't feel great about what he was being complimented for. Love Helm. And now we'll hold the lottery to decide the matchups. The 8 finalists should head to the waiting area. Come on up and draw your lots. The first round will be contenders who each draw the same letter. Ban. This sucks. I wish they'd hurry it up and get to the finals already. Rimuru. I wouldn't expect a savage like you to understand that anticipation is the best part. Meliodas. Yeah, don't talk like that and get knocked out before the end, okay. Ban. That is not gonna happen. Rimuru. Only if you're lucky enough not to face me, that is. King. My stomach. This stress is killing me. Rimuru. Lighten up, bro, this'll be fun. After everyone drew their lots. Love Helm. Okay, folks, I'm announcing the fight cards. The first matchup is Grior versus Matrona. King. Hey, look, it's that girl from earlier. Meliodas. I've never heard of her, but it's a big world out there. Rimuru. The name sounds a bit familiar. Either way, watching this one should be interesting. Wait, is that Love Helm? The second matchup is Hauser versus Ren. King. I know him. Now I remember. He's a holy knight. I saw him with Gilthunder lots of times. Meliodas. But what's he doing at a festival like this? Rimuru. He's not the only one. That guy Grior has the same magic as a holy knight. They could be here for fun like Hauser said, but we should keep our guards up. Meliodas. Wait, who's this Ren guy that's going against him? Rimuru. I used an alias, of course, it's similar to Rin, but more masculine, which is how I got the idea. Don't tell me you guys used your real names. King. Hold on, you signed us up for this, right? King said to Ban. King. You didn't enter us under our actual names, by any chance, did you? Ban. Don't get your panties in a wad. I totally got your back on this. Rimuru. Sounds like you guys are screwed. Maybe I should turn them in to remove suspicion from myself. King. Don't say that so casually like we're not here. Love Helm. And here's the third matchup, Cain versus Cain. Who me? Rimuru. The drunk guy from earlier wonders who he's up against. Love Helm. Old fart. King chuckled. King. Old fart. Who'd use an awful name like that? Ban. 3 guesses. King. What this had better be some kind of joke. Rimuru tried to contain his laughter unsuccessfully. King. Stop laughing. Meliodas. Hey, you made it to the finals too. Cain chuckled. Cain. Thanks to liquid courage. Ban. What's going on here? I don't think I've heard the guy call out my name yet. Meliodas. Or mine. Rimuru. I think I know what that means. Love Helm. And the final matchup, Meliodafu versus Ban. Meliodas and Ban. Ban. We're in the first round. That was fast. Rimuru. Still, if we go up against each other so early, rather than being spread out, it lessens our chances of getting that hammer. And the gold. Meliodas. What's with those names you picked? King. They're so obvious. Rimuru. You're dumber than I thought. Ban. I can't think of anything good when I'm put on the spot, guys. Hauser. Hey, you. Ban. Hauser. That's a big scar on your cheek. Just like that guy on the wanted posters. He looked at Rimuru next. Hauser. Your face and hair resemble another wanted poster of a similar context. He then looked at Meliodas. Hauser. And this rugrat with you. He stared at Meliodas for a minute. Hauser. Nah, you guys have got totally different names. Sorry, my mistake. What's the matter with me? They wouldn't be at a festival like this one. Ban. It looks like we fooled him. Meliodas. 'Cause he's dumb. Rimuru. It's kinda concerning. King sighed in relief. Later, back in the ring, it was time to announce the rules to the audience. Love Helm. The finals of the fighting festival are about to begin, everyone. The rules are simple. Matches are won by submission or fall out of the ring and you lose then and there. Let's get the first match. It's Grior versus Matrona. They both made their way to the ring. Love Helm. Standing at 7 feet tall and weighing 400 pounds, Grior. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing an undisclosed amount, Matrona. Someone in the audience loudly asked what her measurements were. Meliodas. They're 36. Rimuru. 23. Meliodas and Rimuru. and 35. King. How did you both come up with that? Rimuru. Experience, of course. Love Helm. Hold on there, miss, the hat's fine, but you'll have to take off the cloak. Gotta make sure you aren't hiding any weapons, just to be safe. Much to the excitement of the crowd, she did remove her cloak as told. Meliodas, Rimuru, and King easily recognized that outfit. King. Captain, that outfit. Isn't it? Meliodas. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's my tavern's uniform. Rimuru. But look closer, isn't that Elizabeth's earring? Hawk. What the? It can't be Elizabeth, can it? King. Do you think she's really that strong? Meliodas. If that's Elizabeth, then there's something weird going on here. King. Something weird. What do you mean by that? Meliodas. Her top looks a little smaller than usual and her butt looks a little bigger. Rimuru. Perving on her aside, her hair is brunette instead of silver, it's not her, but those definitely are her clothes. Love Helm. Okay. My eagle eyes will be glued to this first match, folks. Here we go. Let the party begin. The mysterious woman under the name of Matrona wasted no time in delivering rapid punches to Grior. Love Helm. Matrona's too fast for Grior. She rushes in and lets loose with a barrage of punches. But not only did he not seem to be affected, but a purple magic seemed to form around him. Grior. I can't allow myself to be defeated. It isn't anything personal, this is my magical ability, wall. Ban. Hey, judging by that guy's power. Meliodas. He's another holy knight. Rimuru. No doubt about it. Matrona didn't give up as she continued her barrage of punches against Grior's wall, but it spread around the ring, slowly pushing her back. Grior. My wall is a symbol of my resolve to protect Princess Veronica. I insist that you leave the ring. His wall grew until it pushed Matrona to the edge of the ring. Love Helm. Whoa. Thanks to Grior's mysterious power, Matrona's in big trouble. Matrona attempted to push the wall back. Grior. I'll be advancing to the final round. If Princess Veronica were to command it, I would bring anyone to their knees. Even the 8 deadly sins. Even Meliodas and Rimuru themselves. Matrona seemed to respond to those words. Matrona. Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. With one punch, she cracked then shattered Grior's wall, much to his shock. She then closed the distance between them to uppercut him out of the ring, though his own wall. Rimuru. I kinda feel bad for that guy even if he was a simp. Matrona's hat fell off after the punch. She did a pose for her victory. Love Helm. Grior's out of the ring. By default, the winner is Matrona. Rimuru. So it was her, but how? Love Helm. This sweet young girl just took out that hulk of a man with a single punch. This year's fighting festival is one to remember, folks. Ban. There's no way it's her. King. Hey, Captain, please tell me I'm dreaming or something. Matrona. Oh well. And here I was hoping to stay hidden just a little while longer. She chuckled as she approached Meliodas. Matrona. Yep, it's me. Meliodas. Do I know you? Rimuru facepalmed. Meliodas was punched in the gut by Matrona. Forget it. You can be such a jerk. Meliodas. What did I do? King. You're really an idiot, Captain. King said before going after her. Rimuru. That's Diane, dumbass. Rimuru said before following. King. Wait, hold on, Diane, is it really you? Rimuru. It has to be. Diane. Yeah, it is. King. What in the world happened to you? How'd you become this size anyway? And where's the princess? Wasn't she with you? Rimuru. I hope you didn't leave her unattended when holy knights are after us. Elizabeth. I'm here. She said in a muffled voice. Rimuru. Huh. Elizabeth. I'm right here. Diane revealed she hid Elizabeth in her cleavage under her tie. King was shocked, while Rimuru tilted his head slightly, confused. King. No way is that really you, princess. He said as he observed a bit closer. Diane. Pervert. Rimuru. Be respectful, King. King. No, no, no. I didn't mean to. Anyway, we should tell the captain. Rimuru. Much as I'd love to figure this out, my match should start soon. Fill me in later. Rimuru said as he made his way to the ring. Love Helm. Alright, onto our next fight. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing 161 pounds, Hauser. Standing 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighing 166 pounds, Ren. Rimuru. I made sure to put Glutonea in void storage, so I'm not using it as a weapon. Look, these days I'm not one for long fights, so I'll let you get one solid hit before I do enough to end this, best not to hold back though. Hauser. Hey, if you say so, I'm not like Grior and I don't want to use magic against civilians, but I can tell by looking at you you're strong enough to take it. Love Helm. Here we go. Let the party begin. Hauser wasted no time. He charged his magical ability Tempest in his arms and let loose a powerful punch against Rimuru, making a storm through the entire ring. Hauser. Don't say I didn't warn you. Rimuru. Not bad. Hauser was surprised to hear Rimuru's voice. When the dust cleared, he had body armor over his chest where he was hit. Rimuru. You're better than most, and this is your own strength, so I respect it, but I think it's about time I wrap this up. Rimuru made swift motions before suddenly being behind Hauser, who fell flat on the floor. Rimuru. One thing all humans have in common is that their pressure points hit them, and they're down no matter who they are. Love Helm. Hauser is unable to move. The winner is Ren. Rimuru walked off stage. Rimuru. Glad that's over with. Ban. Geez, man, talk about boring. You could have at least thrown a punch at the guy. Rimuru. I'm over fighting right now, so I might as well wrap it up. Ban. Are you sure you aren't just saying that because you don't have you know who to hold your hand? Rimuru's finger struck Ban swiftly in his stomach, causing him to cough up blood before walking off. Ban. So sensitive, he said as he healed. Rimuru entered the room where the fighters waited. Rimuru. Hey, King, you're up. King. That was fast. Rimuru. No point in dragging out a battle against those weaker, it's just a waste of time. Now, hurry up already so I can get my gold. Rimuru cleared his throat. Rimuru. I mean, when Diane's Gideon back. Meliodas, King, and Diane stared at Rimuru, judgingly. Rimuru. Don't give me that look we're broke. Diane. You seem pretty confident you'll win. King. Counting us out already, are you? Meliodas. It's anyone's game, what makes you so sure it'll be your gold? Rimuru. Let's just go already. Love Helm. Next up is our third match, Cain vs Old Fart. King. My turn, huh? Diane. Who in their right mind would come up with a totally tasteless name like that? Rimuru. 3 guesses. Rimuru said sarcastically as he looked at Ban. Ban. It was me. Diane. Why am I not surprised? Ban. Say what you want. I caught you trying not to laugh, Rimuru. Rimuru. Shut up. Ban. Besides, Diane gave herself a pretty weird name, too. Where did Matrona come from? Diane. Actually, it's someone I used to know. Rimuru. I figured so, it was that Matrona, wasn't it? Diane. Yeah. Meliodas. I'll hold on to Chastiful for you. King. Gave Meliodas Chastiful in its pillow form as he made his way to the stage. Meliodas. Go, old fart. Get him. Rimuru. You got this old fart. Diane. Key. Old fart, go. King stopped before flashing a smile and a thumbs up in his human form. Ban. If that's his game face, guess it makes sense. Meliodas. This is a perfect pillow. Love Helm. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing 5 pounds, old fart. Someone in the audience pointed out that he was a kid, and the rest laughed at his name. King. Stupid Ban, writing all that stuff. Love Helm. Standing 5 feet 1 inch tall and weighing 108 pounds, Cain. Cain wobbled on his feet. The audience questioned if he was drunk. Love Helm. Can we even call this a fight? Rimuru. I don't think we can. Love Helm. All right, let the fight begin. Diane. I can't believe King's fighting without a weapon. I've never seen him do that. Meliodas. Guess it's twice for me now. Rimuru. 3 times for me, counting this one. Meliodas. It's really something to see. Rimuru. A true sight to behold. King. Diane, this is for you. My victory in this festival, and your sacred treasure, Gideon. Diane. It's that mind-blowing. Meliodas. Yeah, cause without his weapons. King sprinted at Cain to land a punch on him, but he tripped on the ring, which had cracks due to previous fights. Meliodas. King's super weak. Ban and Diane almost fell over comedically. Cain charged up a dramatic punch to King's head, which seemed more like a bonk. King. Man, he's tough. He said as he held the spot where he was hit. Diane and Ban once again almost fell over comedically. Love Helm. What a letdown. This battle is the opposite of epic. Hawk. What a wimp. Meliodas. I saw him fight a cat that swiped a snack from him once, and he lost. Rimuru. I saw that too, but remember when we had to fight those monsters that held up on that riverbend? Ban. Yep. Rimuru. We were on food duty and decided on fish. I saw him try to catch one with his bare hands, but it dragged him halfway down the river, I almost lost him. Diane. So that's why you guys were back so late, I was wondering why King was drenched. Cain chuckled. Cain. Well, give up. King. This is bad. I can't afford to lose not this early. I have a mission to accomplish, recover Diane's Gideon. King raised his hand at Cain. King. This may not be playing fair, but I'm gonna use my power. Suddenly, Cain seemed a bit more aware. He rushed to push King out of the ring with a palm strike. He was sent rolling until he landed on Meliodas carrying Chastaful. Love Helm. Old farts out of the ring. Cain wins. Cain. Sorry, you kinda caught me by surprise for a second. King and Rimuru had caught King with Chastaful in its pillow form. King. That was so mean, all I was trying to do was use my disaster power to make his rheumatism a little worse. Rimuru. I mean, as hard to watch overall, that was at least you had a nice landing. Love Helm. Next matchup is the last in this round of the finals. It's Ban versus Meliodafu. Ban and Meliodas walked on stage. Love Helm. Hold on, having a weapons against the rules. Meliodas looked at the supposed sword on his back. Meliodas. Oh, this thing. He unsheathed it, revealing the broken blade. Meliodas. It's only for show. Love Helm. Oh, in that case, I'll allow it. Meliodas and Ban took their places in the ring. Love Helm. Standing 5 feet tall and weighing 110 pounds, Melioda Fu. Standing 6 feet 11 inches tall and weighing 170 pounds, Ban. Ban. It's about time, huh? Guess we should get down to it. Meliodas cracked his knuckles. Meliodas. Then let's go.